What's up, guys? Welcome and welcome back to my channel. I'm Scribbles, the artist and crocheter behind Eclectic Scribbles, and we are starting a brand new video. It is Sunday, June 8th. I am fresh back from my Alaska vacation. I had the just most peaceful, wonderful time in the whole wide world, and you're probably going to see some Alaska vlogs coming up very soon. So if you don't want to see Alaska, then don't worry, you don't have to watch them. But you know, if you're wildly curious, maybe you won't have the opportunity to go anytime soon, or just want to see what's up there and things I saw, you know, those are coming up because I just want to share them with all you guys. So anyways, I have a week, less than a week, to prepare for a Winston Salem Pride, which is the next event that I'm doing. It's Saturday the 14th. And sorry for looking crazy, but I went to bed with somewhat wet hair last night, and it was doing this woohoo thing this morning. So we just threw it back, and so we're not looking our best. That's okay, because it's still the weekend, and I'm trying to get back into the swing of working. Hey, buddy. Don't stick your eye in that. What are you doing? Hey, I know. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Whiskey. Everybody missed their mommy, by the way. Literally, everybody missed their mommy. Andy got home before I did, and he sounded like Lola and Bubba, who stayed with him in the truck for a week and a half, were disappointed when they got home and I wasn't here. And I think these two were disappointed that when they got home, I wasn't with them either. Isn't that right, buddy? Isn't that right? But everybody was happy to see Mommy when she got home. We got in about, I got in about 2 o'clock. Down, buddy. I got in about 2 a.m. yesterday morning. So it was late. Anyways, let me show you the stuff that I worked on a couple of nights leading up to the vacation. So this was like the Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday kind of thing that I did, because I left on a Thursday. So, and then I was gone through yesterday. So I'm going to show you the things that I was working on right before I left during that week after the previous vlog, and then what I did last night when I got home. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more days to prep it in addition to today and 5 more days in order to prep for Winston-Salem Pride and feel like I have enough stuff to take with me. So I'm going to be showing you quite a bit of things this week, and I'll show you what I did yesterday while I was here. We'll do these in just a second. This is what I did yesterday. Outside of these wooden keychains, I did not do them yesterday. I just put them in here this morning so that I could show you that we have that to go with us. But I made more of my magnetic bookmarks. So the 3 that I have are the little bookworm, the little sleepy dragon, and the owl. Those go over really well, so I made a bunch of those. I think there are 51 here. I think there's 51 here. I made like a total of $320 in bookmarks yesterday. I've got this new bookmark, which is a little raccoon on a stack of books. I've got this one, which is read more queer books. I'm going to a Pride event, so I wanted a few LGBTQ plus themed items to go with me. So we got this, and then I've got just another regular for everybody bookmark, which is some of my characters on a bookshelf. So those are the 3 there. So this is about $320 total. It's like 81 bookmarks total. And then I put the keychains that I had been working on in there as well. And that was yesterday. That was all I did yesterday. I wasn't trying to jump right back into like crazy amount of work when I got here. So let's look at some of the other stuff that I finished. We've got some fabric bookmarks that I did manage to get done before I left. So we've got this pretty galaxy theme. We've got some paw prints. I need to cut a string. More galaxy theme. I think they're all the same. Well, there's 3 different themes right now. So paw prints, and then there's this one, which I really like. It's like a moon and stars, and then there's just 3 more. So those are these that I got done. And then crochet wise, here's what we're looking like. I've got a few of these. So these need the tails tucked in, and then of course I need to put them together. But these are sun and moon granny squares. There's another one. These I really enjoy. They're a spiral moon. This one is a moon or a sun and clouds. I don't know if you could see a theme going on here. Here's another spiral moon, and another, and one more in this color combination. So I got those done. I think I need one more spiral moon if I'm looking at this correct, so that I can turn it into a bag. So I'll have to do that. And then one more in the other blue color. Okay, so we have those. And then I've been making some little pouches. So we've got this one, which is a little heart pouch. I did that one before I left. I made this one, which is a little sunflower pouch. I made that before I left. And then we've got just a regular granny square pouch. These come out really nice in a variegated yarn. You get a bunch of different colors going on in here, which I think is super cool. But we've got these 2 pouches, and then I made a little pouch. These 3 I did last night. These 3 right here. These were last night. But they all came out lovely. These I did before I left, and I really enjoyed both of these too. So yeah, that's where we stand on those. That is, I think I'm caught up. I think that's everything that I haven't shown you since I started. Before I left for thing. Let me tell you some of the things that I've got written down on my thing to do this week. I need to, all my bags are up here on my shelf, but I need to do the lining and the zippers for all of my bags and attach them to my bags so that I can take them. I am working on some wooden bookmarks, which I didn't show you. I was tweaking on the settings for these itsy weetsy little bookmarks. This is the one. So here's a little raccoon design on a little wooden bookmark. I was playing with those settings before I left. So these are super cute. They're teeny weeny and they're really thin, so they're not going to interfere any more than that magnet would in your book, but they're small. They're small little magnets. But then you can also, you can go in and you can paint them if you want. But I was working on this, so I'm going to continue to work on those. The metal wallets I need to do. I need to put eyeballs on these little fellas up here. The opossums and my bee girl. I need to put my patterns out. I have to do my Patreon rewards for this month. Now that I am back, I need to put some prints in some stuff so that I can take my prints with me. I need to load up my little portfolio display so people can flip through and see my different prints available. My portfolio display is down there in that, maybe up there in that box. It's up there in that box. Okay, so I need to do that. I need to print some of the glasses cleaning cloths with the cryptids on it, hopefully. And then I've got make signs and pack the trailer for the event. I also need to go in today and sort of do a mock setup out in the driveway before it rains again, so I can see what my setup is going to look like. So that is everything that I have sort of booked out for this week, and then making miscellaneous things as I get a chance to along the way, like in the evenings or something. So that is where those things stand right now. That is my list of to-do for this week. So anyways, yeah, welcome to a new vlog. Let's get through the week. All right, good morning, guys. So let's ignore the fact that I'm in the same outfit as yesterday. but I got some stuff to do before I take my shower. Anyways, I just wanted to show you really, really quickly what I got done last night. I did a few bookmarks yesterday, but I don't know. They're coming out okay. I'll show you those in a second. Let me show you the bags that I did last night. So we've got this one. These are sort of like AirPod type size bags or whatever. So we got this little one, this little one. This is the Retro Stripes yarn. And then this is a different one of the like super bright stripy yarn. And this is a slightly bigger pouch than this one. Doo-doo. And then these are black in that color. So these are dual colors. And here's another little one in that second color. Is it the second color? It might be in the Retro Stripes. Who knows at this point? Who knows? We got this one. And then we've got this one. So that's 7. 7 little baggies last night. We were just sitting in there watching TV. Andy's leaving out this morning. So we were hanging out in the living room watching TV last night. And I was just making some little bags because that's easy and mindless to do. And I don't have to pay attention to it. So let's talk about the bookmarks. Let me grab a couple. Okay. So these are just super inconsistent. Some of them come out great. Here's this one. The little raccoon. And then here's this one with the kitty cat. That came out fantastic. But then you've got the ones that it just doesn't burn quite as well. See? Same setting, same everything. It just doesn't burn quite as well. And I've got a couple. I've got like 3 like that. Where it just doesn't burn as well. And then I've got that one. And this one, see. We got burns well, doesn't burn well. And then I've got another one that burned pretty well. So I would say I have 2 really good ones of this one out of this bunch. And 1 really good one of this one. And I burned, what? So that's 3 good and 4 not good, or not up to my standards anyways. It's not that there's anything wrong with them. They're just, yeah, not up to my standards. So I don't know. I don't know what the difference is, why some of them are okay and others are not. Yeah, I don't get it. I don't get it. So I don't know if I'm going to continue with these right now. I may use some of my other. The only issue with using the other wood is that this is about 1.5 millimeters thick instead of the 3 millimeters thick that the other wood is. And I don't want this thick of a bookmark. You know what I'm saying? So here's the difference between the 2 thicknesses. And I don't want. Yeah, this is like 1 millimeter thick, and this is like 3 millimeters thick, and I don't want a super thick bookmark. So I don't know what I'm going to do with those. I'm probably going to put that on the back burner for now. Today's focus is going to be getting some of the fabric ready for my bags so that I can be putting those bags up there together, because that's probably going to be the thing that takes the longest amount of time with what I need to get done for right now. Or if I want to have my crochet stuff at the thing, that needs to be a focus. So I'm going to gather up all my bags. I'm going to figure out what color I want the lining to be, what color I want the zip to be, and then I'm probably going to work on those today. So I will update you later on today. I swear they know when I'm about to hit the record button and they start playing with toys. Although she just stopped, so she just made a liar out of me. Now Nibbit has it. Gypsy had the squeaky toy, and now Nibbit has it and is playing with it. I'm falling all over herself to do so. And Bobby has a bone because I started talking. Anyways, excuse the fact that I still look like this, even though it is now 7 o'clock in the evening. It took me literally all day. To edit the Alaska vlog, the main Alaska vlog. So yeah, that was an ordeal. But it's done. It's like an hour and 45 minutes, but it is the trip from start to finish for the most part, with the exception of a couple of shows and the train ride that I want to do in separate videos. So it is day 1 through 7, and I got as much as I can in there. There's whales, there's moose, there's eagles, there's a deer, there's a freaking otter, a sea otter, there's seals and sea lions, there's all kinds of good stuff in there. Beautiful views, stunning scenery. Anyway, everything is going to chaos as soon as I hit the record button. We're getting ready for Winston Salem Pride. I don't know if I said that already in this video because I'm losing my mind right now, but that's what we're getting ready for. I told you I tossed these out. I told you what I made yesterday. I'm taking these into the living room with me tonight so that I can sew 2 bags together and make the backs for 4 bags, hopefully. So we'll see how that works out. And this was on my list for tomorrow, but I started it today because I nixed the bookmark idea, and it is the metal wallets. The only thing that I don't like about this one is that the wings on this didn't really show up. So it just looks like a little skeleton dude floating out in the distance, which I'm kind of okay with. I don't know. I'm kind of okay with. You can almost see the wings, but they're not quite there. So I might have to try and figure that one out. But I might just take him out. I may just take him out since he's not really that big into the design. And then I've got number 3 here. So those are those 3. I'm really happy with how they came out. I just did a stitch one, which I'm about to turn on the laser. So I'm going to put my stitch design on a blue one real quick and see how that one comes out. And then I'll continue to work on these tomorrow. But yeah, I'm going to wrap things up in here, and I'm going to go in and start working on these because I definitely need to work on those because I'll have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have 6 bags that need to be finished off tomorrow, and then I've got all of these that are done and these little pouches that are done. I'm sort of stacking everything that is done together over here, and I need to do my big bag up there that needs to be lined as well. So that's what we're working on, trying to make sure there's not anything else that needs to be done right off the bat, but I don't think that there is. So I'm going to start stitch, and then I'm going to go get my supplies together in the living room and start working on this. Put you on charge because your battery seems to be running dead, although I haven't really done anything with you all day, so I don't know what you're doing, but chill. And I will probably talk to you guys again tomorrow to see what all happens tomorrow. All right, good morning, beautiful people. It's Tuesday, 9 in the morning. On my list of things today is more of the metal wallets. So I'm going to get started on some of those and get them, spit all over myself. Get them processing and doing my sewing. Last night I managed to put together 3 bags, so I had 2 ready to go. This is probably not one of them. And then I had to finish the back side for one of the bags and put all the bags together. So bag together, bag together. This is my favorite for some reason. I don't know about y'all, but this spiral sunshine thing is my favorite. What do y'all think? And then the sun and moon is done as well. These are the 3 that I got done last night. It was really late when I got started with this because I was also trying to tinker around with a 3D file that didn't pan out. So yeah, I got 3 done and that's it. But that puts us up to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 bags currently. So hey, it's a start. It is a start. So yeah, we are going to work on those 2 things today. I need to charge my microphone now. Y'all charged all night, so this needs to charge now. And so I'm going to get started making these in a couple of different colors. and we're going to move on from there very, very soon. And that's going to be that for today. So I've got to prep all the stuff. I've got to prep all the zips, prep all the, I was playing around with how you zip the thingy. I've got to prep all the zips, prep all the fabric, and prep and actually sew the linings into the together and onto the bags. So that is a big job for today. It's probably going to take up the majority of my day, but I'm going to have to go back and forth between it and the laser cutter. It's 1:50, and I'm having the most incredibly frustrating day ever. Nothing is going the way that it's supposed to. I'm lining bags. They're sitting back there. There's like 4 of them, and I'm not having the easiest time doing that because I'm not the best at sewing stuff. So I'm going to try and sew the liners into the bags tonight and see if that works. And if it works, that's great. If it doesn't, then I haven't managed to mess up the rest of the liners yet. So anyways, I'm also trying to 3D print, or not 3D print, laser cut, laser engrave my little doodads here, which on the black is coming out freaking awesome. But they're the same material. I don't know what the difference is between the black and everything else, but nothing else is coming out the same as the black. So this is what this one looks like, which is fine. If you don't look at the black one, it's not fine. It's messed up. So this one didn't come out right. The blue one I did stitch on. It's not great. The gold, you can't even see that. And I turned the settings like way up, way up. And it's just not freaking doing anything. So those aren't going to plan. So I'm having a time. The black coming out freaking amazing. So am I just going to offer black? Probably for now until I figure out what the flipping hell's going on with these things. But the black, they look amazing. So I'm going to make what's left of the black ones and I hope that they sell so that I can buy some more. But I can't buy more from the place that I bought these and get them here in time to make more black ones. So I'm going to nix that idea. That's fun. That's fun. We love giving up. So frustrating. Anyways, I've got to work on my Patreon stuff and get my Patreon rewards out for this month. So I think that that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to get my Patreon rewards made, hopefully without freaking out or crashing out. I'm going to try to get that done and we will see how we do. I've got Whiskey now crying at the door because he noticed that I shut the door. The feeders go off and Bubby freaks out when the feeders go off. So I have to separate him so that he doesn't like jump all over everybody else. It's a whole big thing. Anyways, I'm going to try and do my Patreon rewards. And I'm going to get my Patreon rewards for this month ready to mail out. That's the plan for now. See if it works in a minute. It might not. At this point, it's anybody's guess. But I got to do the cut files for all the sticker sheets for the bookish theme. So we'll see where we end up. Yeah, I'm about to crash out. It is June the 10th, and I am not done with Patreon rewards. Like, I don't have half the shit to do it. I got the sticker sheets and I got the bookmarks made, but that's it. That's freaking it. I don't have anything else done. Freaking Lola, little niblet, smells like poop all of a sudden. I'm gonna have to go give her a bath. I don't know why she smells so bad, but she stinks. Oh God, she stinks so bad right now. She got up in my face. got up in my face. I was like, you stink. Auntie Flo came yesterday. I am losing my mind. Nothing is going. This is what happens when you take off a week and a half. Nothing is going right, and shit has to be done by Friday. I still haven't even done a test setup. I don't know when I'm going to manage to do that shit. I'm hoping my husband makes it back by Friday, because if he doesn't, I don't have anywhere to put a little bit on Saturday. I'm losing my mind. I am losing it. But I got the sticker sheets printed. Lucy's trying to get up here. I'm gonna. I don't know what to do. I've got to do Patreon stuff. If I don't have a ton of shit to sell, I don't have a ton of shit to sell. I mean, that's my fault. I've got plenty of stickers. I've got plenty of prints. I have plushies. I have stuff. So it's not like I can't fill my booth up. I can, but yeah, this is not going as planned, and I'm about to lose it. I'm about to crash all the way out. I'm going to go and I am going to try and get some stuff done for Patreon so that I can get that out in a timely manner. It's not like I don't have all month to do it, but I don't like my stuff to be done for Patreon at the end of the month. I like my stuff to be done toward the beginning of the month, but I was gone for the beginning of the month, so I was hoping for toward the middle of the month, but I never finished it. I never finished it. I just went on vacation and just stopped working on everything. So I need to do a print, a sticker sheet, a print, a coloring sheet, and a phone wallpaper. So we're going to work on that. Maybe. Who knows what problem we're going to run into next. But we're going to try to work on that. Hey guys, so it is 12:30 on Wednesday, and I thought I would give you guys a little bitty update. I did not get any of my bags lined last night. I was in my feelings. I got a rude comment yesterday that hurt my feelings a little bit. Auntie Flo was kicking my butt. Everything was causing me to crash out yesterday. So I was like, whatever. We're going to focus and we're going to work. And so I did my print for Patreon for the month of June, which is this one. This is Just One More Book, which I think is super cute. It's got our little toasty dude down there. But based on that comment, I got into my feelings a little bit more, and I was like, you know what? We're going to do a revamp. We're going to do something, and we're going to revamp our characters a little bit, and we're going to do a little character development sesh and build up our characters a little bit more and make some new friends. So that's what I did. And I sat down and I did a little sketch session, which I'll sort of put the little time lapse of the sketch session up here so you can see sort of where I was going with the little sketch session and how I ended up where I ended up. But yeah, I've got some new little character friends, and first I want to talk about the characters that are existing in our little world already. So we've got Toasty, our little marshmallow, and we've got Sprout, our little seedling, and we've got the little squirts that are, so the Sprout is sort of like he's, what do you call that? Oh God, I've lost the word, where you start the little seed in a little pot and it gets a little bit big and then you plant it. So Sprout is kind of that. It's a seed that has started to sprout or whatever and is getting to the point where you would plant it outside or whatever. So he's not a seed anymore. He's a seedling. Anyways, and then the squirts are like just a step before the sprout stage. So they don't have arms. They don't have legs. They're still sort of in between the little seed and the little seedling stage. So anyways, I had a comment back on the My Business is Failing video, talking about there's not a cohesive theme between my characters, and there was a good reason for that. I never wanted them to all be the same thing, so I wanted them to span different things. And our three most popular characters right now are Toasty the marshmallow, Sprout the seedling, and Gingy the cat. And we had another one called Allie, which was a little star. but she didn't really get a whole lot of love. I didn't really enjoy drawing her as much as I thought I would, so she kind of fell off. And she makes an appearance now and then, but I think she might continue to fall off because she's just not my favorite. And I really love these three and where they've come so far, but yeah, I'm just not feeling the joy for Allie. And she hasn't gotten the most feedback. Like, people aren't like, let's do some more of Allie. Like, they're not like, hey, we're missing Allie. So, we're not going to do that. But anyways, we're going to go into how I am making them cohesive now. I have gone through and I have edited their coloring a little bit. I was doing like a super dark brown. I didn't want to go black, and so I had been doing a super dark brown kind of line color scheme or whatever. So all the lining was done in a super dark brown. But now, to go through and differentiate them a little bit more, I've decided to go back to changing up the colors a little bit. So Toasty is going back to blue and has blue features now. I'm going to also put up the little image here of the little character development session that I did last night so that you guys can see it. So in the bottom left hand corner we have Toasty. Toasty is now back to a blue color scheme, and I've even changed the blush on Toasty back to blue. So everything is going to be blue on Toasty. And Sprout is getting a little bit more color in their leaf, as are the squirts. They're going to get the same sort of coloration so that the two go together in their leaves, and the same kind of design in their leaves. And they are getting the little belly coloration, and they're going to be pink blush and pink bellies. But because marshmallows and the seedlings don't have anything to go like to link them together, like there's no link between those two things. I've decided to take from my mushroom characters here, and I put little swirls in all of their bellies. And so I thought we would just put swirls on everybody's bellies to link all of it sort of together to give them a cohesive theme, even though the two things don't have anything to do with one another. So everybody's getting belly swirls from now on as well. So you'll see that those are moving forward. And then I thought that Sprout and has the little squirts to go with, so why don't we make a bunch of little mini marshmallows to go with Toasty? And so if you look in the bottom right hand corner of the image, we have got a bunch of little marshmallow dudes. And so I haven't figured out what to call them yet, but I think that they're going to start making some appearances too, so that they go with Toasty the way that the squirts go with Sprout. And then we've got Gingy Cat down there. Gingy Cat is not changing a whole lot. I've lightened up the color of brown that I use to go around the lining of Gingy, and give them the swirl and give them a slightly different shade of pink for their blush and their belly patch. But outside of that, they've pretty much stayed the same. I don't know if I'm going to make little cats or little kittens to go with Gingy or not yet. If you want to see little kittens, let me know. But that's the only change that I made to Gingy. I just wanted to put that in here and make sure that I had the coloring that I want done for Gingy as well. I decided that I wanted to create some new characters, and you see the new characters over here. The first one that I did start working on is the blue one up in the top middle, and this is Wisp. And I wanted, you, as a sort of content creator, you have to sort of be ahead of the seasons, and autumn and Halloween are always my favorite. I would make autumn and Halloween stuff all year round if I could. I don't know why, but they're just my absolute favorite. And I wanted something for that upcoming season, but I didn't want a ghost. And I didn't want a ghost because I didn't want anybody to say that I was stealing somebody else's idea. And I do know a content creator on here that does use a ghost, Lay Spirit Designs. It's in their name, and they use a little ghost character. There's just so many ideas out there, and there's only so many ways to draw the damn things. And even though I have tried to make sure that my characters are 100% different than these other characters, people just won't have it. They just won't have it, and you can't argue with those people. So rather than deal with them, I delete them and move on, because that's the only way that you can deal with these people. When people make up their minds based on opinion rather than fact, They can't be argued with. They can't be made to see that they're wrong. Even when my designs come out first in a similar theme to the other person's designs, I'm still copying them. So I haven't figured out how exactly that is supposed to work. But whatever. So anyways, let's get back to the point. I wanted a spirit. I wanted a spirit type creature that was not your typical ghost, that I could use for the upcoming season. And so we've got kind of a half of a body. We've got a head and a body with no like arms or legs. And then we've got these little wispy bits all over. And I figured that the wisps could sort of fly out if she needed to hold something. I made her feminine because of her color scheme or whatever. I made her feminine. So she's got little eyelashes. But I figure her wisps could come out and form like little arms or whatever if she needed to hold some things. If you go back and look in the little sketch session or whatever, you would have seen that I had a couple of different iterations where she had wispy arms, and she'll have wispy arms again. But if she's just standing still, then her wisps just are all in that little right there close to her body thing. But anyways, I thought that she was super cute, and I was really happy with the way that she came out. And she has purple accents to go with her blue. I wanted to give her very, very cool tones. So she's got purple up near the top of her wisp, at the top of her head. Her little belly patch is purple, and so is her little blush. So that is Wisp. And then we've got in the middle, I wanted some more foresty, woodsy type whimsical creatures to go with the neighborhood that I guess Sprout comes from. I want to build like the different communities like all around a map or whatever, so you can see where all of these little different creatures and characters come from. So the way I picture it is they're like from neighboring communities, and so neighboring towns or whatever. And so that's how Sprout and Toasty met or whatever, and that's how they know each other. But I wanted some more characters from that woodsy thing, because the woodsy thing is really where I started with the mushrooms and everything else. So I wanted some more characters that fit into that theme. And the first one that I came up with was the little tree trunk down here. And I think I'm going to name him Stumpy, but I'm not 100% sure. So if you have other suggestions for names, let me know. But this is our little tree trunk dude, and I thought he came out super cute. And then there's this little hybrid between the Sprout and the tree trunk dude, which sort of just came out of a doodle. And I made her feminine because I'm not sure, and I'm not sure what to name her. I don't know what she is. She's not a Sprout, but she's not a tree trunk. She's sort of maybe a tree seed, like a seedling for a tree, like the little start of a little tree, because she has leaves, so she's not a stump, but she has that sort of sprout effect to her, but she's not like full tree. So I don't know. And she has more red to her accents than anything else. But I don't have a name for her yet. I'm not sure if I want to name the tree trunk Stumpy. Wisp I'm going to stick with, and Wisp is going to be the little spirit character. And then we need a little name for our marshmallow friends. And I was just talking to my Patreon, and the only other thing that I didn't really get to last night that I wanted to get to was just a little rock. I want a little rock to go with our little world too, so I'm probably going to make a little rock character tonight. But I did want to bring a cohesive design element into our characters, which is sort of the jumping off point for this because of that one comment. They were like, you know, it does, you span a whole bunch of different things. Like, they're not one kind of creature. They're not all marshmallows, or they're not all cats, or they're not all this. So maybe something that tied them together would give them a more cohesive feel. And that really resonated with me. That did resonate with me. And I'm like, you know, what could we do? And then I was printing these, and I was like, you know what I haven't done in a while is our little mushroom characters have little spirals on their bellies. And I had done that for a couple of other characters somewhere in the mix as well. And I thought, well, hey, they've all got bellies, so why don't we throw this design element into our little dudes, and then that would give them a cohesive feel. So anyways, these are the changes. These are the characters that I've come up with, and these are the characters that you're going to see moving forward, hopefully. We'll see if any of them fizzle out or if they stick around for a while. I did Patreon rewards today, so I haven't really done anything else. I haven't gotten anything else done. And then I was updating Patreon, so that's sort of taken up my whole morning. And I'm kind of letting it. It's like if I don't have enough stuff to go to this show, I'm not going to stress myself out 2 days before the event to make an entire set of new stuff to do to go to this show. So what we have is what we have, and what we have is what we're going with. So I refuse to stress out about it. I was really stressing out yesterday because everything was going wrong. And I'm just not going to have it today. I got out of my feelings. I ate some of my feelings yesterday. I sat on the couch and I vegged out and I ate some of my feelings. And so I did order some new wood for the laser. And I'm going to try it. It is 1.5 millimeters thick. I think this is about 1 millimeter thick. So it's going to be the tiniest bit thicker than this. But I'm going to see if I can get the wooden bookmarks to come out more cohesive and get a consistent result out of that. And they should be delivered sometime this afternoon. So we'll see how that comes out. I put eyeballs on our bee character back there. She has eyeballs now, and I took her picture yesterday so that I can put out the pattern hopefully tomorrow for everybody who wants it. It is now taken off of Patreon, and I will be moving it over to the shop. So by the time this video comes out, hopefully that pattern will be released. I'll put it down here. Whether it has been released or not, hopefully the answer is yes. And then I put eyeballs today on all of our little opossums up here. So they are ready to go. I have one dragon that is done that needs eyeballs. And I think that's mostly it. I did not put any of the liners on any of the bags last night. I kind of hyperfixated on sketching and getting that stuff done because it was important for me to go ahead and get the Patreon rewards out. I put the little kitty cat bookmarks in the mail today with the Patreon rewards. So everybody who is a patron for the Happy Mail tier for this month got a kitty cat bookmark that I crocheted. And so that was really like a extra special little treat. And I loved it. So I sent those out today. What else have I done? I don't think I've done anything else really. I think that's pretty much taken up my entire morning. We'll see what else we get done. Yeah, we'll have to see what else we get done. Actually, you know what? I need to run out to my trailer and I need to start making sure I have everything in it that needs to go in it for the market. So I'm going to run out to my trailer and I'm going to put in it the prints and stickers and everything that I need so that I make sure that I have everything that is going to go with me to the market on Saturday. So you don't need to see that. It's just me loading a bunch of crap into my trailer. But I will get back to you when I do have something more to show you prep wise. I've taken everything off my shelf and I've put them down in this box here and getting them ready to go. These are very, very flimsy, but we wanted it to be thin. I wonder what it feels like in comparison to this one. Okay, it's about the same thickness, which is what we wanted. Now, hopefully, we can get a more consistent look off of this than we did off of the other. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to plop this into my laser and cut a full sheet of the 4 different bookmarks that I have. So I've got the little raccoon, we've got the little marshmallow with the sakura flowers, we've got read more books, and we've got we read more queer books. So we're going to work on those. I've got 4 of each design. I think that that's going to be plenty. I don't know what the dogs are barking at, but we're going to go try it and hopefully we get a nice consistent look since this is like a solid sheet of wood instead of a bunch of little random bits. We are making some progress. First of all, got my newest sticker sheet underway, which is bug catching with the new changes to all of our characters on there. So I had sketched this out before I left on my trip, and now I'm coming back to finish it because Catching Bugs is the July theme for Patreon. And then I just pulled these guys off of the laser and consistent. Yes. So we have 4 of each design. We've got our little raccoon here. You know, if you'd like to see a little raccoon dude as one of our little characters. We have got Toasty, the sakura flowers. We have got the Read More Books. These came out great. They were a nice dark burn so that you can see them. And then the Read More Queer Books. Left over from this, we have a couple of different things here that came in this little pack. This was called Bright Creations. 85-piece unfinished wooden blank bookmarks crafts with 36 tassels, 85 sets of jewel string. So, oh, damn bird's gonna start yelling. We've got, there's Whiskey. We've got this, and we've got this, but I don't think I'm going to use either one of those. It came with a few tassels, so I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to use up our tassels on this. So, I mean, we've got a few colors. We've got a pink, a dark pink, a couple different shades of blue, some brown, and like a peachy pinky color. So I think we're going to use that. I'm just going to rotate like one of each color through here. So people will have options because we love to give people some options. And then bam, bookmark. So I'm just going to pick out like one of each color, and I am going to put one of each color through our little bookmarks here. I've got 16 bookmarks, so there's 4 designs and 4 of each design. So we're just gonna use what we've got, make some bookmarks, and then that will be added to the list of stuff that we have. I think the wooden bookmarks are going to be like the fabric bookmarks, and they're going to be 5 instead of 4, but they just take a little bit extra to get them nice and ready to go. They require, you know, a piece of equipment to go through and create the bookmark itself, and then I have to add the little tassels to it because I think that the little tassels really add something extra to these. So I think that that would be really, really nice. So here's each of these 4 colors. I didn't add the brown, so we're just going to go with these 4 colors for each of them. And then, yeah, I think you can either leave them the way that they are, or you can go through and you can like paint them yourself with some acrylic markers or some watercolor. I've done a few different kinds of techniques on wood, so there's a lot of things that you can use on wood to paint with. And yeah, I think that that'll make a nice little addition to our bookmark section. I'm super stressed out about the bags, and that's not good. Nobody needs to be stressed out. So I have determined that what I'm doing is I am going to use this Pride Market to get rid of some of my older stuff and stuff that I already have. I've got a ton of stuff, and I need to get rid of the stuff that I have to make room for making new stuff. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to focus on that. I may still try to line the bags, and if they get done, they get done. But if they don't get done, no worries at all. Just to see what the process looks like for making the bags. But the bags are probably going to pop up on my website instead of the show. We'll see how it goes, but that's the plan right now. This week has been super stressful for me because I've been behind. I feel like, anybody else like that just completely crash out if they feel like they're running behind or if they're late for something? Because I do. no matter what it is. If I'm like, feel like I'm not 15 minutes early for my doctor's appointment, then I'm running behind and I'm late, you know, and then I completely lose focus on everything else. And that's the only thing that I can focus on. So I actually have to actively take myself out of that mindset and go, girl, get it together. You can only do so much. And if you don't get this done, you don't get it done. But you did plenty of work, you know. I still have all the little bags that don't need liners, the little pouches that I made. So we still have plenty of stuff, and I still have a ton of stuffed animals that I want to take and hopefully get rid of. So yeah, we got a ton of stuff. We got plenty of stuff, and I was sort of mapping out what I wanted to do with the setup. And I think I have a game plan for it. So we'll see. I need to figure out how I want to set up like the table of bigger stuff, how I want to set up the plushies in general, because right now the toy bin is sort of like zip tied into my trailer, which I can obviously cut if I want to roll it out, but I still need a spot for the No Fuss Pets. I still need a spot for like the bigger ticket items, like the larger items. And so I need to figure out how I want to put them in there. I have some cube shelving like put up on the other side of this back wall here, because I was proofing bread and stuff, and so I'd set some up in here because I just had it and it was an easy way to do some quick shelving. So I think if I take that out to the thing, that might work. But I think the table that I have is only 5 foot, and I'm not sure how. I think it might be 4 foot that I have set up in there, so it might be enough. It might not be too much. I'm going to have to double check some measurements. So I'm probably going to have 2 tables, the 2 sort of thinner tables that I have, because I've got my 2 thick tables right here. I've got a 6 foot table and a 4 foot table. So the 2 that I have are, one is like 12 inches deep and one is 18 inches deep. So I can't like layer the stuff like I would at a convention, like too deep, two thingies deep. But I think that this is going to work out just fine for this specific market. So we're just going to have to see. But yeah, I'm going to stop stressing over it, because it's too much. It's too much. And we don't want to do that. Anyways, there are all 16 of my new bookmarks. Look at how pretty that looks. That's so pretty. I think I'm going to move in there and watch some TV and work on this and maybe line the bags. So we'll see how far we get. And then I forgot that even after I line the bags, I have to make the straps for the bags. So I want to, before I go cutting into the straps that I just got, I want to make sure that the lining is going to come out right. I wanted to show you that I did get my liners in my bags. So here's one. Here's our little liner. And I chose this beautiful blue and gold liner for these ones, which turned out to match perfect. It's got all the different shades of blue that this has in it, and then it's got the gold for the yellow, which I thought went really well. So we've got this one. Then we've got this one, which is the Sunshines. It's got the same blue and gold liner in it. And then we've got another swirly sunshiny one. I need some more zippers, so I can't finish all the ones that I had. But, yeah, blue and gold. Niblets chasing a bottle around. And then we've got this one in the black. I messed up the first liner that I did. I did it backwards, so I have to take it apart and steal the black zip back off of it. But, so I can't finish my other like neon colored one. This one's got purple liner in it. But I need to make the straps for these so that I will have these tomorrow. And then I need to figure out how long it took me to make these so that I can sort of price them accordingly. But I did get these 4 done. So I'm going to go through my little box, which I did take into the other room, and figure out what color strap will match this, and then I'm going to do this one in black. Then I finished up my sticker sheet last night. Well, actually, I did everything but the highlighting and I'm going to put an image of it up right here, right there. I did everything except for the little shading and the highlighting, which I just finished up this morning. So that is now done. That takes care of my catching bugs sheet. And then I did a sketch. But I don't know how much I love it now. I mean, I like the idea of it, and I think I'm going to continue with it. I just don't know 100% what I feel about it at the moment. Like if it's too busy, but it's all of the little characters, in like a park or an open field or something, catching bugs, and that's all I got done. That is all I got done for that. I'm not feeling my best today. It's going to be one of those days, I think. So I'm going to focus on doing the straps for my bags and getting those knocked out. I'm probably going to crochet a little bit later. I don't think that I'm going to worry with the glasses cleaning cloths or anything like that. So I'm going to take those off my list and just make sure that I have some appropriate signage for all of my stuff. I decided to go with some admin tasks that I have needed to do. I have done a mini shop update, which I haven't announced to anybody. I'll try to get a newsletter out tomorrow to my subscriber list that says that there's been an update, and so that is including all of my wooden keychains that have been available to Patreon for a little over a month now. It includes the ice cream sticker sheets that were here that we did a couple months ago that got released to Patreon last month and now is released to everybody. It includes the Wendigo sticker sheet, which was released to Patreon last month. And I just released a third new pattern. So the little one in the bee costume, that pattern is now available. The hanging plant, the car hanger pattern is now available. And the PDF version of the sunflower bag, if you are not a member of Patreon, if you are a member of Patreon, go and grab it off Patreon for part of your rewards. But if you're not a member of Patreon and want the sunflower bag pattern, it is now available too. I also made it available on Etsy, so the 3 patterns are on Etsy as well now, and I think that's everything. I also updated my beacons page. I did a couple of other little admin tasks. Are you getting it, Juice? Are you getting it, Juice? Are you going to kill it? Are you going to kill it, Juice? Did you get it? Yeah. Oh, here comes Jealous. Oh, shit. Ah, don't knock it over. Jealous. Okay, yes. Hi, Jealous. Yeah, who's my big girl? Who's my long-tongued gypsy? Who's my long-tongued gypsy? Say, hey, Nibbit. Hey, Nibbit. Hey, Nibbit. Who's your Nibbit? Who's my Nibbit? Who's my Nibbit? Good morning, beautiful people. It is Friday, and we're going to wrap up the vlog here in just a second. I did not get much done yesterday. As you could see, I was feeling kind of icky and gross. So, yeah, just not a whole lot of shit got done yesterday. I did go in and finish my print that I was working on for Patreon. So here is our little bug catching print to go with the sticker sheet. And then I made this by itself. I made this. Today I am taking and organizing the trailer to get it ready to move. So I'm taking this stuff down off of the walls so that they don't go flying all over the place when we go to move the trailer. Andy's going to come home later, so that's good. I should have his help. I think I'm going to make a couple of cups based on the stock that I have left and take those with me tomorrow. And then I think I'm going to make the straps for these, hopefully. I still haven't made those yet. I'm not stressing over it, but if they get done, they get done. And pricing signs. I went into the storage or into the trailer, and I took pictures of what I have, so I know what signs I need. So I'm going to be printing out some signs today to make sure I have a label for everything. And yeah, we're going to be good to go. We're going to leave out of here probably about 7-ish, 7:30-ish in the morning. We're going to see you in the next video, aren't we, Nabbit? Say, we'll see you in the next video. Say like and subscribe. Leave a comment about your favorite product that we made this week down in the comments. Or just leave us a little... Let's leave a pink heart emoji. Can we do a pink heart emoji? A pink heart emoji in the comments? Yeah, let's do a pink heart emoji in the comments. The bird screaming in the background. A whiskey face. A jispy face. A baba. Everybody. A nibbit. A nibbit. Anyways. Stop being crazy. Alright. Yes, buddy. I know. You're so jealous. You're so jealous. I'm so jealous. Anyways, that's all we know about that. I will see you in the next video. I love your faces so much. Like, subscribe, drop a comment. Let's God bless it. We'll see you in the next one as we are getting ready for Heroes Con next. Say bye. Bye now. I love you, love you, love you. Goodbye.